it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am here with another Spiegel Mom Scraps project, and our June theme is the 80s and 90s. So this is a project that's going to go in my personal album or memories from when I was a kid. And that pink paper, so that I don't forget that I'm using, is from Dear Lizzie, and it's the Lovely Day collection called Amour. And so what I wanted to do for this layout was line my photos up in this kind of slanted vertical column. So I have 3 photos, and they're not 4 by 4, they're more like 3.5 by 3.5. And then I want to use these really bright colors to create these 3 strips. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera and stitch around all 3 of those sections that are going to box in my photos. And so here I'm just working on kind of stacking up a bunch of embellishments. I've basically combined 2 different collections on this layout. So I'm using the Pink Paislee Summer Lights, which is a brand new collection that just came out from Pink Paislee. And I'm combining that with a bunch of elements from the Paige Evans Oh My Heart collection. And those 2 collections, it was kind of a surprise to me, work really, really well together. So if you're looking for, trying to get rid of some of your older stash, but also incorporate some of those new products that are just coming out or things that you might be excited about just getting, these 2 collections work really well together. That little fun piece of ephemera and then the ticket ephemera are both from a one of the new Vicky Bowden ephemera packs. So that's where those 2 little pieces came from. And so I'm grabbing this kind of neon sign paper that has neon hearts, and that's also from that Summer Lights collection. And I'm just stacking all this stuff together. So I have my frame that says fun, 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 and I put in a glassine bag just to kind of go with the theme of the page and this shopping type of idea. And it adds some texture in that little embellishment cluster, because that's going to be my main embellishment cluster on the page. And then I'm adding some of these ephemera flowers from the Oh My Heart collection. And then I'm also grabbing one of these little yellow charms. There was a lot of yellow in my photos, but I didn't include yellow in the background because it was such a dominant color in my photos. So what I'm doing instead is I'm adding some little yellow details to tie everything together. But I picked the other colors to create, my background elements on this black cardstock. And I really like the black cardstock as a background sometimes, especially when I'm using really bright and fun embellishments and collections like these, because I do feel like it really makes it pop off the page even more than white cardstock would. So basically, for our 80s and 90s theme this month, which has been a little bit of a struggle for me, I will definitely admit, it has made me kind of push myself and think, which is also a good thing. So I printed out 3 photos of the Mall Madness game. I don't know if you remember that game. I know they still have it. They have like an updated version, but when I was a kid, I was absolutely obsessed with this game. And we did not have it at my house, but my best friend had it. And I would ask and ask and ask to have this game at my house, and I just never got it. So every time I would go play at my friend's house or spend the night at my best friend's house, I wanted to play this game for hours and hours on end, and I am sure that I drove her absolutely nuts wanting to play this game. And so this is a story that I have never documented anywhere. So this month was really good in that respect because it pushed me to tell this story, which was a really big part of my childhood story. And so these are just photos that I found online, and that is sometimes kind of how it has to go with when I'm recording stories from when I was a kid, because there isn't always a picture or the perfect picture that I want to tell that story, but I still see the importance of telling that story. Alright, so here I'm working with that pink ticket, and I've gone ahead and put some of this turquoise color just to matte on one side behind it, because I wanted to pull in just a little bit more of that color. And then I've just taken my embroidery thread, the same stuff that I used to stitch with, and I've added it through the top of the tag and through that little charm. But then I'm also going to tie, the charm down, and then I'm also going to add a little glue dot underneath it so that it stays in the place that I want it to stay. So I didn't want it to be free floating on the layout. And then I've gone ahead and added my title with stickers, and these are called Coastline, and these are also from that new Summer Lights collection, and they're kind of iridescent, which is a really neat look, but it makes it really difficult to have show up well in photos and video. So I promise you the alphabet in real life looks really cute. It has pink foam underneath, which just adds a really cool detail, and I love it. And so here I'm just doing my journaling on that little tag, talking about this game and playing at my best friend's house and how I wanted to play for hours and hours. And then I have that little XOXO chipboard that went on the bottom of that embellishment cluster. And then, as usual, my last kind of finishing detail is usually some sequins from Spiegel Mom Scrap Store. And so I'm using the Just Beachin It collection. And the reason I'm doing this is not because it's a perfect match for this collection, but because I had in the back of my mind, I really needed those to play up those yellow accents. So I have my little charm, I have the yellow in the center of the flowers, and this was the perfect way to add this little bit of yellow detail that really tied everything together. And so I'm going to do that in just a few different places throughout the layout, and I'm not putting in a whole ton. I'm just using these similar to how you would use enamel dots, just as kind of a little bit of an accent. It brings in a little bit more of that shimmer and shine that's going on in the letters and in that little embellishment on the bottom that's like a neon sign that says "Love This." And it also brings in that little tie of yellow that I still felt like I needed. And so sometimes collections that the sequin mix is not necessarily meant for that collection, you can still get the right look that you want if you kind of keep in mind exactly what you're looking for or what kind of pop of color that you need to have. And that is basically going to do it for this layout. So I hope you enjoyed and you feel inspired by how we're showcasing 80s and 90s for this month. And we'll see you again soon. Bye!